Hey loves, welcome to Timeless Twin Flame Guidance. My name is Blue. If you're new here, welcome to the channel and thank you so much for joining our spiritual community today. If you are already subscribed here, welcome back my dear friend. It's always a blessing to connect with you again. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into tonight's message, which I'm really excited to share with you all. Today's message is deep, and if you're here, I truly believe there's something in it for you. The energy I'm tapping into is heavy. Someone in your life didn't see your worth when they had you. They took your presence, your love, your energy for granted, and now they're realizing just how much they lost. The energy I'm feeling right now is so strong, and it's all about appreciation. This couldn't be more fitting, because here's what's happening. This person thought they had time. They thought they could play games, test your patience, see how far they could push you. But what they didn't realize, you are not someone to be taken lightly. You are not someone who stays where they are undervalued. And now that you've pulled back your energy, they're feeling it hard. So let's dive deeper into this energy and see what Spirit wants you to know. The energy that's coming through so strongly right now is pure divine feminine radiance. This is exactly the energy you embody. You are radiant. You are warm. You are the kind of person who, when you love with everything in you. Your heart is open, pure, overflowing, and when someone gets a taste of that, there is no forgetting it. And here's where it gets real. This person, they had the sun in their hands. They had you. And instead of recognizing what a rare and powerful love they were given, they took it for granted. They assumed the light would always be there, assumed they could come and go as they pleased. And now that you've pulled back your energy, now that you've stopped pouring into them the way you used to, they're feeling the absence of that warmth. They're realizing that the love you gave wasn't just ordinary, it was once in a lifetime. I'm also picking up that this person was constantly seeking validation from others, chasing outside attention, always looking for something better, not realizing that the best thing they ever had was already right in front of them. And what makes this even more ironic, while they were out searching, there were so many people who would have done anything to be in their place. Because let's be honest, you are magnetic. Your energy, your love, the way you show up for people, it's rare, and people notice. They always notice. And the thing is, they feel it. They feel the shift in you, the way your energy isn't as open, the way you're no longer available to them like you used to be. And that's terrifying them, because for the first time, they're realizing that you were never an endless source of love. They were just lucky to receive it. And now that they no longer have unrestricted access to your heart, they don't know what to do. They're watching from a distance, trying to figure out if they still have a chance, trying to piece together why you suddenly seem untouchable. Because you're glowing differently now. You've turned your focus inward. You're nurturing yourself in ways you used to nurture them. And that shift, it's making them see you in a whole new light. Not as someone who will always be there, but as someone they might have already lost. But here's the shift. You're not that same person anymore. You've closed off your heart, not just to them, but maybe even in general. You've gone from being this joyful, heart-centered, high-vibrational being to feeling numb, detached, guarded. And honestly, it's understandable because when you give love the way you do, when you pour so deeply into people and it gets taken for granted, it changes you. It makes you rethink who deserves access to your energy. And that's exactly where you are right now, reevaluating, protecting, reclaiming your light. And now this person is realizing just how much they messed up. They see you glowing, see you pulling away, see you stepping into a version of yourself that no longer waits, no longer pleads, no longer accepts anything less than what you deserve. And that's making them spiral, because for the first time, they're realizing you were never just an option. You were the light they didn't know how to appreciate until it was gone. What I'm sensing so powerfully right now is this incredible strength that's radiating from you, and honestly, this is your energy all over, Divine Feminine. You have stepped into a version of yourself that is unshakable. You've been through too much, learned too many lessons, and now you are a force. And let's be real, not everyone can handle that. Because here's the thing, you have two sides to you. There's the side that is warm, loving, and open. Someone who spreads light wherever they go. Someone who gives freely, loves deeply, and holds space for others in a way that most people have never experienced. But then there's the other side, the one that emerges when you've been pushed too far, when you've been disrespected, when someone mistakes your kindness for weakness. And when that side comes out, it's cold, it's blunt, it's cutting, It makes people realize very quickly that they should have valued you when they had the chance. And right now, someone is feeling the weight of that lesson. This is someone who had you, someone who was chosen by you. And let's be honest, that alone was a blessing. But instead of appreciating what they had, instead of holding your love with care, they let it go to their head. They got cocky. Your love, your presence, your attention, it inflated their ego. They started seeking validation elsewhere, thinking that if they had you, they could have anyone. But what they didn't realize, you were the prize. You were the one they should have cherished. And now they've lost access to you. And trust me, they feel it. The biggest karma they're facing, losing you. Your love is rare. Your energy is unforgettable. And once someone has experienced it, there's no replacing it. They might try, they might search, but no one will love them the way you did, fully, purely, unconditionally. And now they're realizing just how much they messed up, and what's really hitting them. Now you're not waiting. You're not sitting in sadness hoping they come back. You're glowing. You're thriving. You've stepped into a version of yourself that is magnetic, untouchable, and they see it, they feel it. Every move you make, every time you pour into yourself instead of chasing them, it's like a reality check they can't escape. Because deep down they always thought they'd have time, that you'd always be there waiting, forgiving, giving them another chance. But now they're realizing they were dead wrong. And here's where it gets interesting. While this person is sitting in regret, there's someone else watching you, someone who is very much into you, someone who feels a deep connection with you. But the thing is, you don't take them seriously. Maybe it's because of their reputation. Maybe it's because they come off as a little too smooth. Or maybe it's because you've heard stories about how they move. But here's what's different with you. They are different. They crave your love in a way they've never craved anything before. Because let's be real, most people have never experienced love like yours. You love from a place of pure intention. If you care, you show it. If you appreciate someone, you let them know. Your love language, action, presence, energy. And that's something they've never had before. They don't just want it, they need it. And trust me, Divine Feminine, you are shifting the energy around you in a way that is undeniable. If you enjoyed this video so far, subscribing to the channel is a beautiful way to support the channel and help me continue sharing guidance from the heart. The energy I'm receiving is so intense right now, and it's all centered around the heart space. This makes so much sense because what's happening right now is deep heart activation. Divine Feminine, there is someone in your energy, a new presence, someone who is drawn to you in a way they don't even fully understand yet. But here's the thing, this person, they come with a reputation. Maybe you've heard the stories, maybe people have warned you about them, saying they're not the commitment type, that they play games, that they never take love seriously. And truthfully, that might have been true for everyone else. But with you, it's different. Your energy is waking something up inside them, something they've buried for a long time. This is someone who has spent years telling themselves that love isn't for them, that they don't need deep emotions, that they can live life without ever really letting someone in. And for the most part, they've done just that. They've kept things surface level, detached, casual. But then they met you, and suddenly their heart is speaking in a language they don't recognize. They don't know how to process what they're feeling, because for the first time, they're not just looking at someone as an option, as a fleeting moment. They're looking at you and seeing something real. And here's what's really powerful. You're not trying to change them. You're not chasing. You're not convincing. You're not forcing them to be different. You're just being you. And that alone is triggering something within them. It's like your energy is a mirror, showing them what they've been missing, what they've been avoiding, what they've secretly wanted all along. This person is not used to feeling this much. They've built a whole life around avoiding emotions, avoiding attachment, and now they're feeling everything all at once. And it's you. You're the reason. They see the way you love, the way you care, the way you move through the world with an open heart. And now they want that too. They want to be loved the way you love. They want to experience the kind of deep soul-level connection that you offer. And the most beautiful part, you're not forcing them to step up. You're not begging. You're not waiting around. You're simply existing in your truth. And that's making them want to become better. Not just for you, but for themselves. For the first time, they're realizing that love isn't about control or attachment. It's about alignment. It's about choosing to grow, to heal, to be worthy of something real. And now they're standing at a crossroads. They can't go back to who they were before they met you. But stepping forward into something this deep, this raw, this undeniable, that takes courage. And that's exactly what Spirit is guiding them toward, a choice. Will they continue living in the past, hiding behind old habits and fears? Or will they step forward, meet you where you are, and finally allow themselves to embrace the love they've been searching for all along? Because here's the truth, they've spent their whole life searching for this, searching for someone who sees them, someone who accepts them, someone who doesn't just look at their reputation, their past, their mistakes, but instead sees their heart, their soul, the person underneath it all. And Divine Feminine, that's you. That's the gift your energy brings. And whether they fully understand it yet or not, one thing is clear, you are changing them. And once the heart opens, there's no going back. The message that's coming through so clearly right now is all about material security and self-worth. And this is exactly what's on your person's mind right now. Because as much as they feel this deep, undeniable pull toward you, they don't feel like they have enough to offer. Divine Feminine, this is someone who is deeply tied to their sense of stability. Whether they show it or not, their self-worth is heavily connected to their material success, their finances, their ability to provide. And right now, they don't feel like they measure up. Here's the thing, you triggered something in them when they met you. They saw someone strong, independent, thriving, someone who doesn't need to rely on anyone to be secure. And while that inspired them, it also intimidated them because deep down, they don't feel like they're standing on solid ground. For some of you, this person could be struggling with their finances. Maybe they lost a job, maybe they're dealing with debts, maybe they just feel like they haven't made it yet. And instead of coming forward and being vulnerable about it, they're pulling back because in their mind, love and success go hand in hand. And what's really weighing on them now, the fear that by the time they finally have enough, they might have already lost you. Because the truth is, they've been watching you grow, evolve, step into your power. And every step forward you take, it reminds them of how far behind they feel. Not because you see them that way, but because they see themselves that way. They're overthinking everything, wondering if they should reach out, wondering if you'll reject them, wondering if you're already moving on to someone who won't make you wait. And that pressure, it's only adding to their self-doubt. It's like they've put themselves in a loop of, I'll come forward when I'm ready. But the longer they wait, the harder it gets. But here's what they don't see yet. This connection isn't about money. It's about alignment. Spirit is showing them that their self-worth was never meant to be tied to material things. That true love, deep love, the kind that changes everything, it's built on something so much more. And the longer they resist that truth, the more Spirit will keep showing them that love isn't waiting for them to be ready, it's waiting for them to be real. But here's the irony, you never cared about that. You never needed them for what they have. You saw their heart, you saw their soul, and that's the very thing they've been running from. The fact that you love them for who they are, not what they bring to the table. Right now, they're sitting in this energy of frustration. They want to be near you. They want to express what they feel, but they don't feel worthy yet. And it's crazy because while they're over here waiting until they feel ready, what they don't realize is that the only thing standing in their way is their own mindset. Spirit is pushing them to see the truth, that their worth is not defined by their wallet, that love isn't something that has to wait until conditions are perfect, but until they break out of that pattern, they're going to keep holding themselves back. And Divine Feminine, you might be feeling this energy heavy right now. If you've been sensing their pull, if you've been feeling random waves of emotion, if they've been showing up in your thoughts, it's because they are in deep reflection, wondering if they're good enough, wondering if you'll wait, wondering if they'll ever be in a place where they feel like they deserve you. But here's the thing, it was never about what they have, it was always about what they feel. And that realization, it's coming for them, whether they're ready for it or not. The energy that's coming through so strongly right now is all about limitation and restriction, and this makes so much sense for what's happening, because this energy, it's all about lack. It's about someone who feels like they're not enough, because they don't have enough. Divine Feminine, this masculine is struggling hard, and it's not just about money, it's about self-worth. They have convinced themselves that before they can even think about coming toward you, they need to be successful, wealthy, completely secure. This is someone who might not have a stable job, who might be struggling financially, and because of that, they feel like they have nothing to offer you. And here's the thing, it's all in their head. They're looking at this connection from such a 3D point of view. They see you standing strong, independent, abundant, whether that's financially, emotionally, or spiritually, and it makes them feel even smaller. But the real issue here, fear of judgment. They are terrified of how you'll see them if they come forward as they are. They want to be the provider, the protector, the one who makes you feel safe. And the thought of not being able to do that, it's eating them alive. They don't want to show up in your life as someone who's still figuring things out. They think they have to arrive fully put together, fully successful, before they even have a chance with you. And the irony? You don't need that from them. You have already built something for yourself. You are balanced, whole, and in your power. Yes, you are in your divine feminine energy, but you also know how to embody your divine masculine when needed. You don't sit around waiting for someone to rescue you. You move, you create, you manifest. And that intimidates them. And here's where it gets even deeper. They see you as the standard now. Every time they think about love, about partnership, about what it means to truly show up for someone, they think of you. But instead of using that as inspiration to step up, they've been using it as a reason to hold back. Because in their mind, if they can't match your energy, if they can't meet you at your level, they'd rather stay in the shadows than risk falling short. But what they don't realize is that you never asked them for perfection. You never needed them to come to you as this fully polished, perfectly successful version of themselves. You just needed them to be real, to be honest, to stand beside you with an open heart, even if they're still figuring things out. And now that truth is starting to sink in, they're beginning to understand that love isn't about having it all. It's about choosing to build together. The weight of this realization is heavy. It's confronting them in ways they can't ignore, because the longer they sit in their doubts, the more they see you thriving without them. And that's pushing them toward a choice they can't avoid. They either step into their divine masculine energy, reclaim their power, and meet you where you are, or they watch you walk forward without them, and that thought alone is shaking them to their core. Right now, this person is stuck in a dependent energy, a wounded feminine energy that keeps them in a place of waiting rather than acting. And here's the truth, as long as they stay in that energy, they can't meet you where you are. Because if they approach you feeling unworthy, feeling like they have nothing to offer, they will automatically shift you into your masculine energy. And so Spirit is making them face this head on. They're being pushed to realize that love isn't about status. Love isn't about money. It's about alignment. And the only way they can truly align with you is if they stop waiting for external success to validate them and start stepping into their own power. Because you, Divine Feminine, you're already there. The question is, will they rise to meet you? The final energy that's coming through is so powerful, and it's all about deep contemplation and analysis. Honestly, this could not be more fitting for where your person is right now. Divine Feminine, this is someone who is deep in thought, analyzing, reflecting, questioning everything. Their mind is racing, trying to make sense of what's happening inside them, trying to piece together why they feel this pull towards you that they can't shake. And right now, that pull is stronger than ever. But here's the thing, they don't feel ready, not because they don't want you, not because they don't love you, but because they are questioning whether they are capable of being the person you need. They are standing at a crossroads, replaying their past, looking at their present, and trying to figure out how to step into their future. And deep down, they know their future includes you. But there's fear here, a deep-rooted fear of not being enough. This is someone who has always prided themselves on being in control, on having a plan, on knowing exactly where they're going. But when it comes to you, that control is slipping. They don't know how to navigate something this deep, this powerful, this life-changing, and so they're hesitating, not because they don't see your worth, but because they see it too clearly. You aren't just another person, another connection, another relationship. You are the standard. And that realization, it's overwhelming. I'm picking up on heavy masculine energy, someone who was raised to believe they had to have it all together before they could offer their love to someone. This is a provider, a protector, a leader, someone who feels like they need to have their finances in order, their career in place, their stability locked in before they can fully step into this connection. And if those pieces aren't there, they hold back, not because they don't want this, but because they don't want to come toward you empty-handed. And Divine Feminine, you might be sitting here thinking, but I never asked for that, I just wanted them. And you're right, your love has never been conditional, but their mind is telling them otherwise. Their mind is convincing them that they need to reach some imaginary milestone before they can be worthy of this connection. But here's where it gets interesting. They already know it's you. They've never been more certain about anything in their life, and that certainty, it's waking them up in ways they never expected. This is someone who in the past may have played it safe. They kept things surface level, avoided deep emotions, avoided true vulnerability. But you changed the game. You made them feel things they never thought they would. You activated something deep within them, and now they can't ignore it. No matter how much they try to distract themselves, no matter how much they bury themselves in work or responsibilities, you are still there. The connection is still there. The truth is still there. I'm also getting a strong message about timing. For some of you, this person feels like they met you at the wrong time. Maybe when they were still dealing with a karmic cycle, when they were still healing, when they were still finding themselves, and now they are sitting with the weight of that. They are realizing that while they thought they weren't ready before, it was never about timing, it was about fear. Okay, this feels like a beautiful place to close the reading. Your person is at a crossroads, staring at the path that leads straight to you. They know the truth now. It's always been you. No more distractions, no more avoiding, no more running. Just a choice. Do they keep holding back, stuck in fear, or do they step forward and claim the love that's been calling them all along? That's where they are right now. And trust me, they feel the urgency. The energy is shifting, the pull is undeniable, and very, very soon, they won't be able to resist it anymore. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and close the reading here. If this resonated, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.